welcome to Young Kizzy, the one YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe button down below and turn on the bell icon. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section.
You are a member of Tonse. You are a member of Zambia Must Prosper, Socialist Party, Citizen First. This is your broadcasting update from Eastern Province. Update what is happening in Eastern Province in terms of campaigns. I want to update the nation what is on the ground here in Eastern Province. Share my broadcasting. I'm broadcasting live in one of the remotest areas where I'm using light for solar. This is solar. So I'm using light of solar because there's no electricity where I am. I'm just lucky that I found a house which has got solar. People who know solar bulbs, they are going to say it is true. Grassroots media is using light of solar. You can see this is solar. Yellow that side. You're going to agree with me that I'm using, I think this is Sun King. This is Sun King solar. Because we're Sun King ever quite to my yellow to my tribute. This is solar. So I want to update the nation what is happening in the Eastern Province with all opposition political parties and also the ruling government here in the Eastern Province. Please don't make noise. I'm also panga chong. Mavera. Papa this is Mavera. So, ndimuvila muno. What mentions as a queen say, I'm using a solar. People are going to know that this is solar. I'm just playing around with these little kids. So I'm using solar here. So tell us exactly where you are watching the grassroots media. I want to update the nation what is happening in Eastern Province. The reason why I have grassroots media is to update the nation. What is happening in Eastern Province, Napapusha, Nivo Dabisana. In all opposition and also the ruling. Baruling Akaso, quite taba government. Ama anani ama MPs na vacancy na mayor, they are almost like they are stranded. They have got no funding. No funding. So, brothers and sisters, this year's campaign, it is something else that you can fail to understand what is happening. Here in Eastern Province, and I want to advise the opposition political parties. Bena Brani Mundubile, Bena Makebi Zulu, Bena KBF, or opposition political parties don't do politics in Lusaka and Copper Belt. By UPN Dina Baponama election, if at all, you can put pressure in rural areas. In rural areas, people they need material. Brani Mundubile, Makebi Zulu. I want to advise you and all those who are following my page, Tature Chensa. If you want to win a general election, one, the members of parliament that are standing on any political party, they need funding. Funding is needed for every member of parliament, especially those who are in rural areas. If you are in Copper Belt and Lusaka, the constituencies are very small. You can manage to buy fuel. You can manage to visit a ward or wards, all the wards in one day. But in the rural areas, I can advise you. I'm a members of parliament. They need funding from those who are in government and those who are in opposition. They need funding. Not only the funding, Ligaria. In rural areas, it is very difficult to win a general election without the Ligaria. Because abantu badingevare mona, uyu e brand mundubire, uyu e makebi Zulu, uyu e KBF, uyu nani e Kalaba. Eastern Province, the UPN did have lost election, but you need to fund this. Me, I'm in Eastern Province. I'm not talking about Copper Belt. I'm not talking about Luapula. I am working from Eastern Province. The members of parliament who are in Eastern Province, standing on the opposition political parties, they need funding. They need the funding. They need materials. My t-shirts. This is what is needed in the rural areas. By UPND, na opposition. By UPND, they've got no funding. They have got no materials. I don't know. Material, but I want to advise when a brand munduvire na makebi Zulu. This is not the time to pull up your socks in Lusaka. Can you find a way? And I want to tell the Zambian people, mwebale fo kuba DC, mwebale fo kuba permanent secretary, mwebale fo kuba kuya mkubomba outside the country, overseas. Can you go and visit the brand munduvire na makebi Zulu? Politics we help each other. Politics kwa mungu chita register. Walando kwebati ine na lachita contribute ama t-shirt ali 10,000. 10,000 hiyo ndefo kubako DC. 10,000 t-shirts na raba ko permanent secretary. That's how we do the politics. Mweba kwa teko funding. Iyi gemo tulipoti ya kwa brand munduvire na makebi Zulu weka. Apepo turi. Te game ya kulesha. That's why inadela ndabena KBF. Abena Kalaba. Bonsa abena brand munduvire. Muningire mwa ikatana. So that mambo kula nde chintu chimo. Zambia ikuru. Mikalandati grassroots media talent. If you're Nyendela, I'm working in the Eastern Province. Me, I give 90% opposition political parties, and I give 10% to the ruling government. That's why I'm talking about UPND. UPND, ilikuwa tinomba ilikuwa opposition, and UPND na yakanikana. It's divided in every ward, every constituency. The UPND is divided because most of the people who are supposed to be adopted by the UPND, they are not with UPND. They are supporting the opposition. This is what they are saying in Eastern Province. But here we come again with the opposition. Kalaba, you want to spend all your time in Lusaka. Then Abraham Mundubile, your members of parliament that you have adopted, they need material. They need funding. Can you look for funding? Can you look for materials? So that your election muine. Sacrifice must be there. Moving come a table, there must be a table of finance. Finance table, financial table. Balaba kwe torupia, kutiba isabale torupia, abale mi supporter. You cannot do politics in town there. Aba town ni last chance. You can do your campaign even in 2 weeks. You can finish Copper Belt, you can finish Lusaka in 2 weeks. But look at in the rural areas. Rural area is where the problem is. Abantu kuma rural areas zekondi. Taba kwa tama smartphone. Na panopo na fika. Ni pari area pari kwa internet. That's why from Uruchero up to this time. Ishachiwa pamulabasa. Why? Because the area where I am, there are people they need. Takwa mama network kuno. That's why indela ndoko bela brand mundu bela makebi Zulu. Abena nani abena show abebonsa abena show table for Palestine Fidia. Fia kwa independent member of parliament. They're not supposed to do that. But abena Sean Tembo, bali ngire bai katana, na bena Freddy Membe, bai katana bena Karaba, bai katana na bena brand munduvire. No kumola our background. You cannot say you muni background mkulusaka. That's why in Ndenda, I've been in all provinces. Ngamulelo loshefo nde poster. I am in the Eastern Province. And what I'm reporting, the UPND are stranded. The opposition members of parliament, those who are standing, all of them, they are stranded. Remember, abaka wina election banan. Abantu baka vote oluse. Ukuwa bola garia. Ukuwa bola funding. And I want to advise bonse abena Kalaba, abena Fred Membe, bonse abena nani abena Brand Mundubile. But I want so much to adopt. Can you have an emergency meeting? Kwa bako bamo ni member of parliament adi minina na kwata funding adi kwata kalenda lama na bamuta bako torpia. They need to be helped. When are you going to go for an emergency meeting? Chakwa bati wala so much to adopt baisa kurusaka. Some of them kutibalando kwebati ni kwata ko 20 pin basonka. Every member of parliament ule minina asonka onanga ma 10 pin 20 pin 20 pin mo printed galia mambo ko bapera. Because this time they are supposed to be in my field. Please. I am a politics mulepanga. Tema politics bonse. Kwambila ba ruling na ba opposition. I'm a politics mulepanga. It's like tamacho ma politics. You cannot do politics in town. You want to spend all your energy and your time in Lusaka. You want to spend all your time and your energy in Copper Belt. tulingire twakanikana bamwe bali copper belt bamwe nalemye batifwa ni motoka ya maka. This is what I was saying. There is a reason why I always talk about this. I give 90% opposite political parties. Tend to win my election. Rural area require population. Than mweba from town. When you look at the rural population, natuabika pamo. Let's say rural population na ikwata abantu, and they need regalia and we need funding. So me am reporting from Eastern Province. Eastern Province. Can you release my material? Can you look for funders within 1 month? So that abantu baleloresha uyu AKBF uyu ekalaba o uyu kanshi brand mundubire pari t-shirt munganda na fwala nelo bada mukuvota na besho umuntu bale votela kumushi kwa ripusana kuma town ku town bale mimona pa media but kumishi they need to see physically ama t-shirt. So I call upon mwebali kurusaka, stop sleeping. Timu ya kwa brand mundubire bela makebi zuru, stop sleeping. Now let me from 2021 up to today. Why should you sleep? Bambali ngabali print material, bambali dance material, bambali pama radio station, bambali pama TV, bambali pama social media. Badi ngandelanda. Chemna kwa mindelanda ndebi kameshpa peribwe. You Karaba, can you send the people to Eastern Province? Umu na bantu ngeko bali background. KPF send abantu, ubatu me Eastern Province umu ngabali background. Rather UPND yaripona. UPND na ipona. But if you make a mistake, you don't want to give funding to the members of parliament. If you don't want to give them material, how are they going to win an election? How are they going to win an election? So, I'm a politics. So many panga kurusaka. Me, I'm working from Eastern Province. In a grassroots. The reason why I go my company, grassroots media, is because I'm in politics. I've been in the whole country. You saw me, I was in Ruapula. You saw me, I was in Northern Province. You saw me when I was in Muchinga. You saw me when I was in Copper Belt. You saw me when I was in Southern Province. I've been everywhere. There is a problem this year's general election. It's like once, tamlefo kufumia funding, tamlefo material ukuwina ba UPND utuso mani material tabakwa tenda la mabali pia. Once the same. So ndelomba. This is what is happening here in Eastern Province. This is what is happening in Eastern Province. The people you adopted, they need funding. The people that you adopted, they need material. Politics about regalia. Find the regalia as quick as possible. Stop it. Abantu must adopt. Can you have an emergency meeting? Navena. Bonse abakwa brand mundubire abakwa makebizulu all must adopt bonse beten kurusaka mukwate emergency meeting mubasti address kwadi baba mbali kwatenda lama they can push in funding ya print ama t-shirt they can share but ngana mika kurusaka huko mlefu wa must adopt bengira mu constituency kwa bona material. How do you expect to win? Muwenga ba UPND, you want to be like UPND abakaso? Can you look for money? I've given you 48 hours to have an emergency meeting kurusakoko. Lekani kutumpa ama politics mule panga. Mleka kutumpoko. Ama politics ba Michael Sata teo ba msambirisha. Ama politics ba lungo teo ba sambirisha ba lungo ama politics. Ama politics lungo wa sambirisha. We should be not sleeping. Tete musendi amaka kubuteko. Mukwati otuso, mukwati lack of material, no funding. What were you doing from 2021? What were you doing from 2021 up to this time? You would have prepared. By UPN, they want to prepare. They have lost the election. But you are going to allow them to win an election because they have got no material. Me, I speak as grassroots media, and I want to send this information. Can you stop the nonsense of staying in Lusaka? For any material, for any rupiah, funding abantu, politics by Michael Sata, you want to be presidents, you want to be councillors and mayors. You can't have an emergency meeting. Then I've given you 48 hours to address you. Ama members no kufa material. Shangala ine. I cannot come all the way from Eastern Province. Abantu wale for kuchinja obuteko. But see, takuni material. What nonsense is that? People are sleeping. Mula la kusaka. Mula kwa tukuina my election. Kubuka solution mawina. Can you look for funding? Approach our Pia, I'm a businessman. Can you look for money? Not to post it. What if you outside? I mean, I BF. Stop it. You get BF and your friends. Can you stop what you are doing, Lusaka? You are so much in Lusaka. Can you stop the nonsense of being Lusaka in my opposition? Stop it. I mean, Zambia for the past, from 2021, Zambian people have suffered. And you want to make another mistake because you want to be divided. How can a member of parliament campaign? Afwa ndio mashafiwe, afwa ndio toka shakwe. Na kufa ya makuruza. Kuna kuma area zako tulikuwa nimefima mountain. You need to give them a makuruza. Munafu atuka ndile kwisa. Munafu ankara ndile kwi. I'm in Eastern Province. And what I'm saying is what's on the ground. So mwema likurusa koko. Wewe ni. Not wale angalo kobe lala lotulo. Natabawale from 2021. Teti mulale kwa sha 2 months. Mule lala. Fane nuru pia. Loko print ama every day kule fuma kukulusa koko. Mule tume mionto gesha kutula mama tiyo kuma rural areas. Uko kutauni timu wabu mfia social media. Timu wabu lechi paper mule langisha. But in the rural areas, people they need material garia. If you tenge na t-shirt. Not tukulalala. Tema politics eti kalungu atusambirishaya. Tema politics Michael Sata atusambirishaya. Na rimyaba fuene bela lubinda babwele beteni abali kuma politician beteni call them have a meeting with them number mulikurusa koko mule yumfwa twala wina my election ligadi atali pa ground tamulaisa kuma radio station kuna ku Eastern Province ulelanda pa radio station ni Dr. Charles Banda ule afuma radio station na anabonja funding yakwe number how can you a member of parliament aloleshe constituency aloleshe fuel aloleshe radio station ngaku radio station yalanda kufuma ali background you cannot do that so mwebela mpi tenste akuchenisa ino yo pela mpi rubuto can you come on the ground uli wonse abe campaign manager uli wonse let us find a way of helping because brani mundibire ngapona nishibonza na tupona boys abana makebizunga bapona nishibonza na tupona abana KBF ngamapona nishibonza that's why ndemi ebati iseni mubombele chapamo so that KBF abika 500 pin makebizulu 500 brani 5 what's abika poma 500 here few mambo kupela ma members of parliament bambala print ama t-shirt when we work together twala wina my election but ngamule yumfwa mwana ona ule chalo mulandi wakuite bano kala umfu so nende Mr. Device tell mwaba likurusaka mabonga modini mabonga I am saying can you stop sleeping can you kulala can you start printing on a t-shirt day and night if you tenge find a way of funding the people about kuma constituents. If I was a president of any political party but so much to adopt I can have an emergency meeting no kuba start dress no kubeba how we are going to work never to allow for material in the case we members of parliament they can say okay now pick up 50 pin now pick up 100 pin to still print out a t-shirt the teamwork we share but if you cannot address the people that have been adopted then how are you going to win an election? So I call upon I tell you that can you go for an emergency meeting KPF not to a Panama politics Lusaka. You are my boss, but I'm saying you cannot do a politics in Lusaka. You cannot win an election. Mukopa belt only na Lusaka along the level. You can't win an election like that. You can't win an election along the level. There are so many people that are waiting for your messages. They need the material and also they need funding. Mikalanda your grassroots media talelanda. Grassroots media. Tuwa parwendo. We take 3 steps ahead every day. Broadcasting live in Eastern Province. 2026, we want to change. Change can only come when we work together as a team. Can you look for money to fund the members of parliament and those who are councillors and mayors across the country and look for the career? Because our mumishi, but if I can mama t-shirt, or you can share grassroots media, or you can share a brand mundivire, or can show Yema Kebi, or can show a KBF. Nala muku vota na besho muntu ale votela abantu balaraba batawagota ma t-shirt. Can you look for t-shirts and supply across the country? These are some of the challenges that you have seen here in Eastern Province, and I'm still getting over messages from Western Province. It's the same thing. You go in Muchinga, the same thing. Can you look for the t-shirts, Stenge material, and the funding for the people that have been adopted across the country. And I want to advise again, Kwadi Baba Imina as independent members of parliament. I called for an emergency meeting. Kwadi Baba le supporta Brani Mundubire. Kwadi Baba le supporta Kainde Ichilema. Politics wali wambusa. Wali wambusa. Bulo uchenjele. Meaning that president wala kwata mano. Wala itaba independent. Nokula tuwala bomba bonse. Nokuba start promise how they are going to work when they form government. Ebala win a election. So ndelomba kuli moboba kwata mano ba politician. Can you call am I independent members of parliament? Have a meeting with them so that then when they go in the field, they'll be campaigning your names so that at the end of the day, you win general election. Am I election here this year? Teamuana. Am I election here this year? Teamuana. Tema. Thank you so much, Selemani. Muone, you are saying, send me or call me, I send you 500. 0977 38 3504. 0977 38 3504. Imaleta Joseph Chimba. That's my name. I'm broadcasting live in Eastern Province. And what I'm saying is what is on the ground. Every background is Eastern Province. Kuri kwa takuri general election. Ba UPN de bakaso. Takuri